Hey boys, what's going on? It's the day after UFC 326 just took place, and we finally figured out who's on the White House card. And this just in, breaking news, the fight that fell out was Islam Makhachev versus Ilia Topuria. This fight would have been the best fight. It would have been the best fight on the White House. If this fight would have been taken place, if this fight didn't fall out, because apparently Islam is the one who withdrew as per Arati Pratsak SC, whoever the fuck this guy is. Hopefully this is true. MMA Twitter has been terrible lately. I'm looking at you, Crazy Kev, for misinformation. If this fight would have taken place and this fight would have been on the White House card, completely different video I'm making. This is a completely different video because this video is going to be about the White House card. But if this fight was on here, completely different video. I would be praising it instead of shitting on it, which is what we're going to get into. But let's talk about this real quick. Islam Makhachev withdrawing from the fight with Ilia Topuria. I want to know what the fuck went on behind the scenes. Chances are we won't know that. Chances are we're not going to be able to find out what the real reason was for this fight falling out. Hopefully more and more comes out. This literally just came out 14 minutes ago. You know, it's 7:15 right now. I don't know what happened. This fight would be amazing, but unfortunately it fell out. But let's go ahead and just talk about the White House card in general. This is the White House card. Justin Gaethje versus Ilia Topuria headlining. We all fucking knew that, right? Big shocker. They would have done it. They would have made, now we know, Ilia versus Islam, which Justin gets skipped over. Who gives a fuck? Nobody likes... Okay, we love Justin Gaethje, right? Puts on exciting fights. But we want to see high-level shit in a sport where shit has been so mid lately. We figured that the scheduling that happened over 2025, like Q3, later Q3, all of Q4 of 2025, was the reason... Like, it being so weak, the cards being less and less stacked... Because, they're saving people for the White House. They're making sure to structure the beginning of the Paramount Plus era. That way, they could save people for that, and then they could trickle them down into the White House. The scheduling is all building up for the White House. Then they announce it, and this is it. Ilia Topuria versus Justin Gaethje. Alex Pereira versus Cyril Gane. Banger fight, of course, for the interim belt. Sean O'Malley versus Eamon Zahabi. Mauricio Ruffi versus Michael Chandler. Bo Nickel versus Kyle Dawkins, this fucking idiot. Kyle Dawkins is fucking damn near on his last life. Diego Lopez versus Steve Garcia. Banger fight. Of course, ending in the first round. They fucking love Diego Lopez, but these are the fights that we're getting, This is not what the White House was built up to be. This is not what we all thought in our heads, right? And this is directly the fault of Dana White. He said verbatim, this is going to be the the Sphere on steroids. The Sphere was a great card. The Sphere was cool as hell. They're obviously not going to have all these visual effects and everything like that on the White House card, right? So what could we interpret the Sphere on steroids as? Oh, it's going to be banger. It's going to be completely stacked. You got Donald Trump, the president of the United States, saying it's going to be 6 or 7 title fights. Bro doesn't even know what the fuck he's doing half the time. So that nobody really believed that, right? But that built it up. That gave it hype. I see people saying that Dana White was saying that it's going to be 6 or 7 title fights. Dana never said that. That was Donald Trump. And I think he even came out and combated it. But we had this big idea. This is the White House, for God's sakes. What's it going to be? Is it going to be America versus Britain? Is it going to be America versus all the other countries? Maybe it's not even America versus anybody. Maybe it's just high-level fighters fighting. Maybe it's just, I don't know, the biggest fights the UFC can make all on one night on a card that will never, ever happen again. A card that will be in the fucking history books because it's on the White House lawn. That's not what happened. We got Ilia Topuria versus Justin Gaethje, which we all kind of assumed, right? Justin Gaethje is getting knocked the fuck out. Justin Gaethje is not surviving 5 rounds with Ilia Topuria. So congratulations, you set up an American to get knocked out. You should have put fucking Alex and John on there, which I made a video about John. We all know the situation with John. John apparently was never going to be on there per Dana. John comes out and says, yes, I was supposed to be on there. We were in negotiations. They couldn't get the fight done. But this is not what we're supposed to get for this card, man. It's not. It's not at all. This is a UFC 2024 stacked pay-per-view. This is just a Miami card in 2024. These are good fights. Yes, they are good fights. But this is not what it was supposed to be at fucking all. And I don't even think, of course, as it gets closer, we're going to be like, I can't wait. These are exciting fights. Alex's debut. We will get excited as it gets closer. But this is another situation where they built it up too big and they gave us a bunch of fucking slop. This is just a good Miami card. This is a stacked card. Don't get me wrong. But this is not a once-in-a-lifetime White House card. It's not. Not by far. Ilia Topuria and Justin Gaethje is a foregone conclusion. Justin Gaethje is getting knocked out. Alex Pereira at heavyweight, amazing. This is a great, great fight. Would have liked it to be Alex and John, but either way, this is a great fight. This not only sets up the division to fight Tom whenever he's ready to come back and they can unify the belts. Whoever that is, you get the Ciryl Gane rematch versus Tom, which we all want to see, or you get Alex versus Tom if he fucking beats Ciryl Gane, which would be amazing. This is a great, great fight. This is a perfect addition. I'm glad they put Alex Pereira on there. This creates story building. This creates lore. But this fight happening, granted, you could put it on Patty for losing the fight and having Justin win the interim belt, but them even giving Justin the interim title shot in the first place is ridiculous. It does nothing to progress the division. Justin is not going to win this fight. It holds up the division. It prevents bigger fights building. It prevents more lore story building from being created because no one gives a shit about Justin. He's going to lose. Then you have Mauricio Rufy versus Michael Chandler. You got to have Michael Chandler in the White House card. Granted, he's a fucking patriot. I don't give a fuck if he's a patriot, but that's his shtick, right? That's his thing. He fights like a fucking madman. Whether or not he's losing it, like, dude, he has fucking terrible fight IQ. I mean, this guy, the only person with worse fight IQ is probably like Patchy Mix or something. I mean, this guy sucks, right? But he's going to either beat the shit out of somebody or get the shit beaten out of him. So it's fun. It's pure cinema to watch. I got Rufy in this fight, of course, right? That should be a good knockout. Rufy's good. This is a good fight, but there's not enough on here. There's not enough meat on the bones, right? There's seasoning on it. There's seasoning it, but there's not enough meat on the bones. Sean O'Malley versus Amin Zahabi, again, this fight does nothing to progress the division, except in Rufy's case, because he's on the come up. Michael Chandler is there as a stepping stone for everybody who's anybody in the lightweight division. We already know that. But this fight does nothing to build that division either. Unless Zahabi wins, but they want Ariel Helwani to be ranked top 5. Why give him Zahabi? Everybody wants the Suge versus Corey Sandhagen fight. This is the fight that should be happening per like the nature of the sport. People that lose that are in the higher ranks defending against people that are on the way up. But they picked a White House card for Suge to finally get a matchup that is like that is by the sport, you know what I mean? That isn't just a favorable matchup or just a matchup that they're making because they love Suge, giving him another rematch after he doesn't get any fights in between the Merab loss. It's just a weird time to pick and choose that. Weird time to put Zahabi. Zahabi's not a pleb. Zahabi is actually fucking good. Ariel Helwani could easily win this fight against Suge. But why this fight? Corey Sandhagen is the one. You have America versus Canada. Nobody knows who Ariel Helwani is. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if Trump fucking requested a Canadian on this card or what, but he's the only Canadian on the card. He's the only one. Why the fuck is it not Corey Sandhagen? Everybody wants Corey Sandhagen. Corey Sandhagen has gone out of his way to promote the fight. He's been asking for Suge for I don't know how long. I don't know if Suge denied it. I don't think he did. I think Suge would fight Corey. Then it's on the UFC matchmakers. Why the fuck is it not 2 Americans going at it? Why the fuck is it not Sean O'Malley and Corey Sandhagen? That fight is not going to the ground. There's going to be nothing but striking in that fight. We get to see whose striking is better. Is it Suge? Is it Corey? Corey is constantly like preaching like a fighting nerd, talking about footwork, critiquing people. He has a very high fight IQ, or so is perceived to have. Let's see him fight Suge. Let's see if he really does beat the shit out of Suge. He's been chirping on Suge for years about how he gets favor from Dana White and about how he's been pushed to the top and backed when he doesn't deserve it. This is good. They're going to chirp. They're going to talk shit back and forth. This is not good. Zahabi he wants a title shot. He wants to fulfill his dreams, which he hasn't yet. He might just cage fuck Sean O'Malley. He might take him to the ground and try to sub him. It will not be a pure striking fight. No idea why they made this fight. Now, Bo Nickal's ability to be on every fucking card ever that is big is fucking insane to me. Because, I mean, I guess I know why. Fucking white guy. I think he golfed with Trump. You know what I mean? I think he's fucking seen Trump and shook his hand. Okay, actually, I get the Bo Nickal. Now that I'm thinking about it, I get the Bo Nickal. But this is not a White House card. Is Bo Nickal going to go out there and fucking knock out Kyle Dawkins? Probably not. Is he going to go out there and wrestle fuck him? I get. They put this on there just to have the good old white American on there. You should have stacked it more. Maybe another exciting person, not fucking Kyle Dawkins. Nobody knows who the fuck he is. He's just a body to be put out there for Bo Nickal to once again get another fight. In the meantime, while they build him up to become ready for whatever his ceiling is, which now at this point I don't even know, because he hit the fucking ceiling with RDR. He lost that fight badly, and look what happened to fucking RDR versus Kyle. Insane fight. Kyle Dawkins looks like a fucking zombie. I don't know why. Diego Lovers versus Steve Garcia. This fight will end in the first round. This is a fucking certified banger. Two people coming at each other, right? But this is not a White House card. This is not what you fucking put the cherry on the top for. This is not the cherry on the top. This is the opener. It's the very first fight. It's going to be exciting. Somebody's going to get knocked out. But this is not this is just not it. This is just not it. This is not the card that everybody wanted. This is not it. And if you notice about the card, they were very strategic in the sense of putting people on there that weren't going to chirp and say crazy shit. That's why Colby's not on there. That's why Sean Strickland isn't on there. Anybody else who says crazy shit, John wouldn't say crazy shit, but they picked people who aren't going to chirp. Alex Pereira doesn't even fucking speak English. Suragan is not going to say anything crazy, barely speaks English. Sean O'Malley is not going to say anything. Zahabi's not going to say anything on crazy on the mic. Rufy barely speaks English. Chandler's not going to say anything. I mean, all these people, they're not going to chirp and they're not going to say crazy shit. Was that the reason they made these matchups? They had to pick from a pool of people that weren't going to say anything crazy on the mic? You know what I mean? Like, why build up the card then in that way? I mean, this is just ridiculous. This is just a stacked Miami card. That's all this is. It's just a stacked Miami card, dude. I give it a strong 7 out of 10, but this is not what anybody wants. And I'm not alone. Everybody's been shitting on it. Look, this first comment. Let me move my screen so you can see Justin Gaethje's hog. So ass, what the fuck? They were trying to hype this up. He trying to gas it up. Bo Nickel. Why the fuck is Bo Nickel there? Again, because he's white and he's an American and he fucking wrestles apparently. This is ass. Only 2 great fights. 100%. Bo Nickel sneaking his way onto huge cards. I went from being bummed to being excited to being bummed again. Why does Suragan get rewarded for being a dirty cheat? This is another thing that blows my mind. Suragan just caused the heavyweight champion of the world to get eye surgery because he fucking poked him in the eye. His knuckle literally went fist deep in his fucking eye to where Tom couldn't even see. And then everybody shits on Tom Aspinall for whatever reason. And Suragan just gets to ride off into another title fight. I mean, good on you, mate. But he doesn't deserve a fucking 5th title shot. This is what, his 2nd interim title shot and like his third shot at just the title in general. Francis, John, and then Tom. And then now he's getting another interim. So this would be his 2nd one. Yeah, because the first one was Derek. Or was it Ty? I don't fucking know. This guy gets way too many title shots for what he actually outputs. Does everybody just forget that he lost to fucking he lost to Volkov, to the fucking hair merchant, the comb during the 3rd round merchant. He lost to Volkov. Suragan lost to Volkov and has gotten 2 title shots since then. Are we just forgetting the integrity of the sport? Dana White went up to Volkov after the fight and said, "Hey, you did not lose that fucking fight. We're going to take care of you. Here you go, Suragan. Here's another title opportunity." I don't particularly hate Suragan. He's a fucking dirty fighter. I mean, everybody seems to also forget the back of the head shots that he hit Tai Tuivasa with. Granted, he's a fat slob. Get him out of the sport. He's an embarrassment. But he's kind of funny. But, dude, I mean, this is not it. Suragan's not it. Alex Pereira at heavyweight is it. This is what we want. But, I mean, come on. You know what I mean? Like, Suragan does not deserve that. But like I said, strong 7 out of 10. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm sure you're going to agree with me. I mean, everybody thought that this fight would be better, or this card would be better. If we did get Islam versus Ilia, completely different video. This is amazing. Diego Lopez deserves to be on the fight. Sean O'Malley versus Ayman Zahabi. Oh, give it to me. This is pure cinema. But this is not it, dude. This is not it. This is fucked up because of all the scheduling, how ass it's been, and then to give us just a turd on a plate with a couple of cherries, with 2 cherries in the main event. It's bullshit. But thank you for watching. Like I said, let me know what you think because I feel like everybody thinks that this is bad. Good, but bad. All right. Thank you for watching. Peace.